Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another live episode of the Quack Report. If you're not watching us live, then what are you doing? I forgot my light. Jesus.
Yeah, geez, man, come on.
One more.
What is this, amateur hour?
If you're not watching us live, you get to watch Nate, berate me for not having a light on. If you're not watching us live, what are you doing? Get on YouTube. Watch us live right now. Yeah.
I guess if they're listening to this, then the live is already missed.
Yeah, I was seeing if I could, catch you on that. But
yeah.
But
you should go watch us live on Wednesdays. Yeah, exactly. Come on, what are you doing?
Book it. Put it in your calendar right now. Unless you're driving, then do it.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't text and drive. Yeah. Don't schedule and drive. Just drive.
But we appreciate everyone that tunes in live to our Wednesday episodes, and we also appreciate you if you tune in afterwards as well.
Obviously,
no hard feelings.
We appreciate you if you tune in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
absolutely. Whether it's YouTube, Twitch, which you can like, follow, subscribe on those platforms, as well as podcasts, which you can give us a rating and follow us as well. Mm-hmm. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, well said, I think. We said it anyways. I don't know if it was well said, but all right.
Is anything we say really well said, though? Let's be honest here.
No, I can't think of a time that we've just had one, well-spoken thought.
It's always just word salad, but somehow we're able to understand it.
Did you say word salad?
Yeah. Have you never heard that before? I've said that a couple times here.
No.
Oh, I've said that a couple times on here. It's just if I think I'm not making sense, it's word salad.
I don't listen to you that often, but
oh, ouch. No, it's basically any politician's answer is word salad.
Ah, okay.
Just things that kind of make sense but kind of don't, or they just completely don't whatsoever. Yeah. And it just feels like, a word salad, just a bunch of words strung together just to try to say something, but doesn't at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I've just literally never heard you say that. So.
I think it's been something a bit more recently I've kind of picked up that term, but
oh, gotcha.
When I can tell that if it feels like it's not making sense to me anymore, or I've maybe lost the track a little bit, that's where I'm okay, is this starting to sound like word salad, or is this actually coherent what I'm saying here? So yeah,
okay.
I mean, hopefully most of my stuff is not word salad, but
I mean, just goes to show how much I really pay attention to this. It's like my own podcast and I don't even listen to it. So
but you're supposed to listen, I guess you're listening as we're doing it, though. I mean, you're experiencing it. But
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends.
How do we get on this train of thought already?
I have no idea.
What an intro.
Yeah. To everyone that's still stuck around, 4 minutes into the podcast, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on, I guess, from whatever the fuck that was.
Sure.
Nate, how was your weekend? Oh no, beginning of your week.
Yeah, beginning of my week.
Sunday, yeah. I guess.
The hell have I done? Literally just hung out, watched the Book of Boba Fett today. Great episode.
Solid.
Hyped about it. There's a lot in there for a canon junkie like myself.
Is the season almost done yet?
Yeah, there's one more episode next week.
Okay,
and then it's done. So
I
and then you can binge it. Yeah, and then you can binge it. But yeah, I don't know. What else have I really done this week? Watched some hockey, done class. It's kind of it. It's actually not been very eventful. So, what about yourself? Hopefully, it's a bit more eventful than my week. I mean, it is only Wednesday, but
yeah, exactly. Honestly, no, it hasn't been.
Just a couple boring motherfuckers here.
Yeah. Just a boring few days. Usually we got something to say.
But. Yeah, usually you get something. Yeah.
Yeah. No, honestly, same as you, minus the Book of Boba Fett, because I haven't seen that yet. But
shame.
Just looking at this, I feel like your camera looks better than my camera. I don't know what to do about it.
I'm not sure either.
Do I look as shitty? Sorry. Let me clarify. Does my camera look as shitty as it does on my side as on your side?
Let me blow this up here for a second. No, I don't think so. I don't know. I've never really honestly noticed the quality of it too much.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't know. It's just
It
when I
looks a
look
little
at you,
blurry.
I'm
I
like,
see what
wow,
you mean,
Nate's
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
now
Nate's
you're
sitting.
lagging. Now you're lagging a bit, actually.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is. It's
That's
just
probably
the
what
internet.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just like looking at you, I'm like, oh wow, like it looks like Nate's like actually in the room with me. This is great. And then I look at myself and I'm like, what fucking room am I in?
It's gonna get
This
better.
is the world's
even, I
worst
think,
mirror.
it's gonna get better next month because that's when my my new computer finally comes in. I ordered a new computer. If I didn't say that on the show, I ordered a new one, so I
can't
won't
remember if
have
you
to
did. Yeah.
hook it up to an Ethernet cable like out of the fucking 90s here. Hopefully, I can just hold a Wi-Fi signal. But also, I get a camera upgrade in it from this is a 720, I believe, to a 1080. So you're gonna see
Nice.
everything even more so. I apologize to anybody, actually, now that I think about it.
Little bit of
Do we want to see
blurriness
this
might
in
have been
more
okay.
clarity?
Yeah.
That's the real question here. Oh man, do you want to talk about Detroit?
Yeah, we might as well.
All right, let's talk about
the first bit of this podcast has just been a whole lot of nothing. So let's let's get into it.
It's been a whole lot. It's been a whole lot of word salad is what it's been.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say you talk during the theme music ever again, and I'll fucking wreck you.
You'll wreck me?
Yeah.
Is that a threat or a promise?
One way to find out. Speaking of getting wrecked, Detroit. Well, really, we got wrecked by Detroit. So, not really, actually.
We did. The score doesn't show it.
Okay, we should have gotten wrecked
did.
by Detroit. But,
yeah,
John Gibson just took a pounding for us and made it not look quite as bad.
Okay, let's put it this way. This is going to be really odd. We shouldn't have been wrecked by Detroit, but we were, but the scoreboard doesn't show it.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we were outplayed. I'm pretty sure outshot. I've got to pull up the NHL stats here because apparently
Oh, yeah, we were outshot.
The one thing I don't have up. Yeah, in pretty much every facet of the game, we were outplayed. And it was kind of sucky to watch, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Nope.
I'm kind of thankful that we have a break here now with the All-Star festivities this weekend, that hopefully these guys can recharge for a little bit. I get it. It's the end of a 5-game road trip, but the odds on Detroit making the playoffs are less than 1% at this point compared to the Ducks, according to moneypuck.com. Is a 35% chance. That's not great, but it's a hell of a lot better than 0.78%.
Yeah.
Right.
But we talked about before, the Red Wings are like kind of just out of the wild card spot. Well, not just out, but they're like third or fourth in the wild card, right?
They're third out of the wild card there. But with how Boston still has games in hand and 9 more points.
They're not catching Boston. Yeah, there's no way. But they're not a bad team. Yeah. To say they have a 1% chance of making the playoffs, I don't think really tells the whole story, just because they are right up there. It's just they're not catching Boston without a miracle. There's a 0.7% chance of them catching Boston. So
yeah, it's just, I don't know. You look at the standings at least, right? There's 2 games difference between our 2 teams, right? Anaheim and Detroit. 3 less, and we're up on them by 9 points as well. Like we have the same amount of points as those Boston Bruins, like just relative like that. Just look for league standing purposes, right? Because obviously it's not going to overlap on the East versus the West.
Yeah,
but this should be a team, and I talked about this on the last episode. This should be a team that we should be able to beat. But what's the one thing that we've said time and time again over the last 3 seasons of this show? Is that for whatever reason, I mean, yes, but for whatever reason, the Ducks will play up to the teams that are above them, right? They'll play up to that. The Colorados, I don't know, the Oilers even at one point there, and the Minnesota Wild, right? But we play down to the teams that are beneath us, and that costs us games. And that's, I think, what we saw here against Detroit. I know the last 2 episodes have been me being a little bit more on the negative side. I get it. But again, it's me seeing these old habits creep in again that you got to shut those down if you want a chance at improving your team. Whether you're trying to go for the playoffs this year or not, right? You have to stomp out those bad habits. And they're starting to creep in again. And I get it. Maybe they are, they were a bit tired. It was the end of a 5-game road trip, which they did very well on in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So, but it's just you got to stomp this stuff out, right? So, because I love this kind of way of showing just kind of how off the game was. The deserve to win-o-meter that Money Puck does, taking all the analytics together and compiling they do 1,000 simulations essentially, and it shows, how many times each team would win. That game, the Ducks would win 18.8%. So 188 out of 1,000, they're winning that game. That's not the kind of game you want to be having, especially against a team that is beneath you. I'm sorry, Red Wings fans, if any Detroit Red Wings fans are listening to this, but the Ducks are better. They should be playing better than this. And
100%.
This has been going on for the last little bit as well, right? It was nice to have a few games where, everybody was pretty much healthy again, right? You could see that, that, stretch where everybody was sick or that sort of thing. That was just the case of not having the normal guys, right? The usual suspects who are helping us score goals, win games, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And also it, messed up the line chemistry at that point as well. So.
But when those guys are back and you have a game like this, I'm just happy we're going into a break now, that it's okay. Let's kind of refresh here, because I'm kind of scared to know what would happen after this game, honestly, because it could have either been right, like we've seen in the past, you have a really good game after, or we've seen times where they just get into a funk after these games and they just are stuck in that for a while too, which would not have helped our playoff chances whatsoever. So I really hope that, take these, how many days do we have here? That
we have 10 days off.
Yeah, 10 days off.
Left we have, because we played Friday, 9 days.
Yeah. So, take these days.
8 days.
Ducks, right? Spend them with your family, recover, right? It'd be great to come back with a fully healthy roster and finish the season out on a high note.
We should get Milano back, right?
Yeah, and that'll be great.
Because he was skating, but he didn't play on Monday.
Yeah.
And that's really the only guy we're missing at this point.
Yeah, which is great to see. It's
I guess Manson was out as well, so
yeah.
So
and that does hurt the D a little bit. We saw it kind of messed with the D pairings a little bit, and I think we got burned on a couple. Well, I think on Larkin's goal in whatever period that was, the one that wasn't the overtime winner. The first period there, right at the end, with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean that was first of all, you can't not trying to take anything away from Larkin here. That was just a sick goal. We can see why that guy. He currently has the record for fastest skater, does he not?
Was it him or Barzal? Oh no, I think you're right. It was Larkin.
Yeah, at the very least, he's up there, and we're going to see it again at the All-Star game. We're going to see him put up a lap in 10 or 11 seconds or whatever.
That'd be great.
So, but yeah, we saw that speed there, and burned Fowler and Shattenkirk, who aren't bad defensemen. I think it was just they didn't weren't expecting it, and B, maybe just out of position a little bit because they weren't comfortable. On that, I don't know if they were necessarily a pairing for the whole game, but they were definitely on the ice together for that goal. So
either way, though, you need to be able to recognize who's on the ice. For a fast guy like Dylan Larkin, probably not great to just stand there, Kevin Shattenkirk.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea to do.
I think he was busy.
I know I'm not an NHL defenseman.
He wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
Thank you. Again, I still need a keyboard here. But Larkin just made him look stupid. Kevin Shattenkirk has been great this season. but he still has every now and then where he just royally fucks it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's just hit the point now where his offensive abilities like make up for some of his defensive lapses that shouldn't happen when you've been in the league this long.
Yeah. So. I don't know, man. Bright spot in this game, though, because I will give some positivity to this. John Gibson, as always.
Oh, yeah.
Looking great. I'm just trying to pull up the stats here really quickly. Where is it? Yeah, John Gibson, 26 of 28, 26 saves on 28 shots for a 929 save percentage in 62 minutes and 11 seconds. We do not deserve John Gibson. We said this last episode. We really do not deserve John Gibson, I don't think. I'm so happy to have him.
Yeah, we're happy to have him, obviously.
Because let's be honest, he has definitely stolen. He stole at least 4 points on his own in this road trip.
Oh, in this road trip. I thought you were going to say like in his career. I was like, well,
oh no. No, but like this road trip alone, out of the 8 points, John Gibson stole about half of them, I would say.
Yeah. Well,
because there have been some.
You could even make the argument for like 6 of them. Because the first game against, who did we play first?
Boston.
Yeah, Boston. I think that was just that was a pretty dominant game. I would say, like all around.
Yeah.
So I think the whole team deserved that one. But against Toronto, the point against Toronto, he stole. The 2 points against Montreal, he stole. The 2 points against Ottawa, he stole. So we're at 5 now. And then the point against Detroit here is 6.
But like that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be.
Good teams get good goaltending. So I guess we're a good team. I don't know. They always say that. Like,
oh man,
you're not a good team unless you have a good goalie. So, like, look at Montreal. They fucking almost won the cup last year because they had a good goalie. They lose Price. Fucking garbage.
I mean, they lost a lot more than Price.
No. They just lost Price.
Right. They lost Gary Price. But like, you had just said before, right? Stole 2 points against Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
A goalie shouldn't be stealing 2 points from fucking Montreal this season, right? It should be, in any case, Montreal stealing a point or 2 points from any other team, right? The narrative shouldn't be the other way around.
No, it absolutely shouldn't.
For this season, at least. That just sucks to hear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be so negative. I'm seeing these habits, and you got to squash them as soon as possible before they become an issue again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I think the 10 days off will be good for.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're taking a break for the All-Star game and they're not going to have any practices, but we'll have a few practices before Seattle.
Yeah.
And then I think we also have like another 3 or 4 days off before our next game. Like we only play 5 games during the Olympic break. What was supposed to be the Olympic break.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a little bit. Yeah, this is going to be a weird time because you're not going to have any consistency going again. Yeah, it's going to be weird. So, sorry. One last thing on this Detroit game, though. As much as we didn't help ourselves, the referees at the end of the game very much didn't help whatsoever. And John Gibson was completely irate about it at the end of the game, where he went to play the puck and the ref just had the whistle ready right away. Gibson wanting to play it because they could have given us I think it was a 3-on-2, right? That's exactly what you want in overtime. And the ref blew the whistle. John Gibson's not happy about it because he wants to play the puck there to help his team. And on that face-off, back towards the right to the slot, basically the right side, and in the net. So just to add salt to the wound, right?
Yeah, I know that sometimes
this isn't the only time that
whistle.
Yeah, this isn't the only time that refs have been really quick on the whistles this year. I've been seeing it a lot.
And as overtime,
as a goalie myself, overtime or just any other, just any part of the game, honestly. And as a goalie, it's okay, there's quite a few times actually where it's okay to leave it for an extra half second at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like let something maybe happen. If it's covered, it's covered. Unless this is a way to try to mitigate the after whistle scrums kind of in front of the net or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but they
probably
still
part of it, yeah.
But they're still happening.
Well, they're always going to happen. Yeah,
exactly. They're not going down anymore. So just chill the fuck out.
I think it's for the sake of being consistent, right? Like they always do a quick whistle.
Come on,
Sometimes
it's NHL referees. There is no consistency with that.
No, but this is the one time
there is
they
no
are.
consistency whatsoever. I even made a tweet about the Detroit goal that got called back in the third period, saying that this is going to get decided by an inconsistent call over the last 5 years, whether it's a distinct kicking motion or not, right? Because even just this season alone, I've seen 3 or 4 different cases that look pretty similar and have all had different calls. The NHL is not consistent in their refing.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they are, but in this case, they are. I know that sounds stupid.
They're trying to be, but they're not. I don't think they are.
No, but they are. Like I've literally this whole season, I haven't seen a play where I'm like, I think the ref could have blown the whistle a little quicker on that. It's always been that was a very quick whistle. So in that case,
all right,
they are being consistent, I think. And sometimes it sucks. And I agree with you. It's fucking awful. I think. I'm gonna overreact to this play now and say that the NHL should not let the refs do anything in overtime. Get them the fuck off the ice. No refs. Players can ref themselves in overtime.
No. That we're still talking overtime here. We're not talking about the playoffs, Carter. Come on.
Well, that's another story. You're right. We can say goodbye to the refs in the playoffs.
I understand human error. Don't get me again. I've been reffing for 10 years myself in different sports,
and you're just as awful as the day you started.
Exactly. But there's human error, but then there's something's got to get fixed here, and it's got to be something else has to be done about it. So,
yeah, but I think in overtime. Just send the refs for the early shower. Get them the hot water while it's still in the building. And then I guess someone has to drop the opening face-off, right? So you leave one linesman out to drop the puck on the opening face-off, and then they can get out of there.
They can all join whoever's in between the benches.
Mm-hmm. We're doing street rules. You just play the puck right away. Yep. Goalie makes the save, everyone backs off, and then they get to play the puck.
Exactly.
So, and I think it's great. It leads to more scoring chances that way, and no bullshit like this. And I mean, the refs don't call penalties in overtime anyways, so really, nothing changes except
for that Colorado Arizona game the other night. Last
did they call a penalty in that? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, really. I forget who got sent to the box for Colorado there, but Arizona took Colorado to a shootout last night and won it.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
I knew it went to overtime, and then I didn't see the result. That's crazy.
I'm trying to remember this. I think they were saying on the broadcast that was Colorado's first home loss in 17 games.
Oh wow!
It's the fucking Arizona Coyotes.
Damn.
Who are gonna play to 3,200 people next year at ASU.
Yeah. Oh man. That's another story, but
that's a whole other episode in itself.
Yeah,
and I feel bad for people. Sorry, I'm gonna want to talk about that really quickly. I feel bad for people like Corey and Richie though, and other Coyotes fans who love this team to death, like the Coyotes, right? But oh man, it does hurt me to say this, but I think that team just has to go. That team is literally about to play in a building that is going to have to reduce how many seats they have. It's 5,000 in that building right now, but they have to put it up to NHL standards with locker rooms and stuff like that, which is going to drop the seating down to 3,200. I think it was there were 4 OHL arenas that average more attendance than that. OHL, Ontario Hockey League, junior hockey, 17 to 20-year-olds.
Well, our hometown has a 4,000 seat arena. Mind you, it's never full, but there's
but that's at least more full.
They have more capacity. Yeah.
Yeah. But our
hometown is not a big place.
No, it's not. But that's still okay. Yeah. So a Tigers game. That's how many people are going to go watch the Arizona Coyotes versus whoever else at the ASU arena. That sucks.
I think Marchand said it best. Like they don't have to change anything really. Like it's
yeah, exactly.
If anything, it's going to be louder in there because same amount of people but in a smaller space, right?
Yeah.
So
it's got to be feel bad for someone like Shane Wright who's like going to go to a smaller building, getting to the NHL and going to a smaller building.
Either that or he has to learn French in a couple months.
I feel like he'd almost rather do that at this point.
Oh yeah.
The Arizona Coyotes right now are the Edmonton Oilers of like the early to mid 2010s.
Oh yeah, where everyone's just like
we're gonna have like I'm sure you remember this though, like when the when it was unveiled that the Oilers were getting the first overall pick in 2015 for Connor McDavid, and that clip was going around that looked like McDavid was disappointed. I would not be surprised if we see that from Shane Wright.
Oh, if yeah, no one wants to go to Arizona. Yeah.
No. It's nice weather. It's about it.
You get to hang out with Austin Matthews in the summer. Because for some reason he wants to go
I guess you get to wear those nice Kachina jerseys.
Yeah. Honestly,
that's about it.
Arizona doesn't sound so
otherwise,
bad.
Otherwise,
Austin Matthews training in the offseason, Kachina jerseys.
But that's in the
always
off-season.
Nice weather.
That's not during the actual season.
That's the part you look forward to as a Coyote. Is it not?
The off season. Yeah, it comes pretty quick there in Arizona, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, golf season's year round. It's awesome.
Oh man.
It's not like an early playoff exit means you got to wait for the snow to melt. It just means you just get to go. Have a tough loss. Fuck it, skip practice and hit 9 holes. It's perfect. And then go golfing.
Shane Wright is literally going to go into a situation where he's going to pull on the Coyotes jersey at the draft in Montreal and go, so legitimate question here. Who am I playing with next season?
Yeah.
Like there is nothing there in Arizona.
He gets his pick of pretty much any number.
Yeah, I guess.
So, there's that.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, moving on before that becomes the next hour of conversation here. We'll just hit this one piece of news and then take a break. Don't worry, I do have a plan.
All right.
So the Ducks, as we mentioned on Monday, closing in on a new GM. Thought we might get something this week. Still sounds like we will tomorrow, Thursday. Today, if you're listening to the recording, yesterday, if you're listening to the recording on Friday, 2 days ago, if you're listening to the recording on Saturday, you get my point. Sounds like Pat Verbeek is kind of the front runner here. That's the most recent news that we heard this evening. Per Pierre Lebrun, says all signs point to Pat Verbeek being named the next GM of the Anaheim Ducks, sources say. Announcement possible as early as Thursday. The former NHLer, as we mentioned on our last episode, has worked alongside Stevie Y in Tampa and Detroit. Seems primed and ready for this opportunity. Yeah, sounds like a good choice to me, honestly.
I got to pull up this message from our buddy James over at the Barn Burner Hockey Podcast here.
Yeah, go for
it. Thanks to James for sending this to me like as soon as he saw it, as well. This tweet from Pierre, like within the first 5 minutes of it. James is really good at being on top of that kind of stuff.
So get a life, James. Get off Twitter.
No. This is a good life for him. Trust me. That man is. If you want a funny follow, honestly, as much as there's like a bunch of Flames content because he's a Flames guy. If you want some just funny content in general, go follow James. He's hilarious, actually. So James had this comment though, just his opinion on Verbeek. Really good hire in my opinion. No one to learn better from than Stevie Y, which I completely agree with.
Oh yeah,
100%. I was talking about that last episode too. He said everything I've heard has been positive. Stupid Ducks making good moves.
That's how you know it's a good move, when like your rivals are like, you know what? Okay,
that was good. Yeah,
yeah.
It's nice to actually have some good moves lately. This season has been a lot of positives. And again, I'm sorry for the last 2 episodes being negative on my behalf. This has been a lot better of a season.
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic.
100%. Like that's pretty well unanimous here. But like just in all aspects, right? It's not just the on ice play, but it's the off ice as well, right? Whether it's even just like content that the Ducks are putting out, right? To being a bit more open with what's going on in general with their team, right? Because they were normally a pretty closed off team. Actually, they didn't release a whole lot. Being able to see different sides of players of that, right? And I think that's also coming with the youth injection that we have here, right? These kids aren't shy to show off their personality, which is great. Yeah, just a lot of good moves all around, I think. So personnel, everything like that. So
yeah, it's looking up. Like it makes me even more excited for next season, like where everyone's or all our young guys are a year older. I'm not necessarily happy for Getzlaf to be a year older, but all the young guys, that's fantastic. Like also, new GM, potential coaching change, like everything's looking up. Anyways.
Yeah. Also mentioned Getzlaf, poor Getzy. Guy's got no hair. Now he's got no teeth.
Yeah.
Had 2 or 3 teeth knocked out the other night against Detroit. And I had to tweet out, I was like, have I just never noticed that Getzlaf doesn't have teeth, or did something happen there that I missed?
Well, he took that high stick against who was it? Was it in Ottawa that he took that high stick? I don't remember.
Maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember either. I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's got to be from that.
No, like he had the ice bag on in Detroit.
Oh,
like that was fresh. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like he was like playing the last little bits out kind of thing, and then he had ice on it between plays.
Huh.
So
that's wild.
Yeah. Poor Z's. Poor Getzy.
Yeah, he's just going for the hockey player look.
He really is. He's just, like, you know what?
Bring out
in my late 30s or like mid 30s. I just got to go for it at this point.
Yeah.
I was just pretty in 2003.
Yeah, like bring out the Thornton and Burns type of.
Do it. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, especially because like now there's not much else going for him.
I mean, he's still putting up points.
I mean, looks wise.
Oh yeah, he's got the girl. He's got the kids. He's set.
Yeah, I guess.
Come on, if Drew Doughty can get them, Ryan Getzlaf can still do it.
Fair. Yeah, no fair. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We got a few more news around the league sort of things to talk about, as well as the All-Star game on the slate here. So we'll take a quick break and then talk about that after our break.
The moment we've been waiting for since September is finally here. In honor of the big game, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in New York, meaning you can make a bet from almost a third of the country. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest for Super Bowl 56. New customers can get a free shot at a $1 million top prize with their first deposit. So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use the promo code THPN, and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. Again, that's promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56.
Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay. Where do you want to start on the things we have left here?
Let's end it with the more fun things. It's going to be a bit of a hard right turn, but yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. You know more about this than I do. I haven't really followed what's come out of it today, besides just what I've heard from you. So
sure.
At this point, I might as well turn it over to you, and then I can just give my thoughts on it afterwards. So
all right, sounds good. So at this point, if you're paying attention to the overall NHL or hockey world as a whole, you know about the Kyle Beach situation in Chicago, right? We don't need to really go over all the bullet points again, right? We've talked about it on this show before. Today, the Chicago Blackhawks had a town hall, I guess is the best way to put it, where some media. It wasn't a press conference; it was more just to talk about what was going on and everything like that. And but the media were allowed to ask some questions closer to the end there. And Mark Lazarus had a tweet.
Sorry, can I just jump in for a quick second?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Was the town hall specifically related to the Kyle Beach type stuff? And
no, I think it was just more. I think
it
was just more of the team in general, as far as I'm aware. Someone can correct me though if I'm wrong on that, but that's my understanding. It was just kind of a general thing, because obviously there's been a lot that's gone on with the Blackhawks over the last 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. So Mark Lazarus, reporter for The Athletic. I'm trying to think of who all there was. Rocky Wirtz, the owner of the Blackhawks. I believe Ed Olczyk is up there as well. Kind of almost running the panel in a way. And I forget who the other two people are. I apologize for that. But yeah, Mark Lazarus asks, as we'll play the clip here as well. Asks about what the Blackhawks are doing now to help empower players for now and in the future in regards to a similar thing to the Kyle Beach situation, right? Of coach or just other staff kind of holding it over players and to do just in general, right? Kind of like blackmail in a way. Mm-hmm. Which is a good question, right? There's been, in my opinion, some kind of empty statements put out by the team, which always come along with, we won't be answering any further questions at this time. Obviously, people would like to ask more questions, though, just completely understandable after, situations like this. So, yeah, Mark Lazarus will ask this question here, and Rocky Wirtz doesn't give let's put a great answer here. So I will pull this up here.
Also, and I think much of what happened to Kyle Beach stemmed from a power imbalance between a coach and a player, and the powerlessness of a player in that situation. So what are the Blackhawks doing? What have the Blackhawks done? What will the Blackhawks do to empower a player in a similar situation to make sure that doesn't happen again?
I'm going to answer the question at the end. I think the report speaks for itself. The people that were involved are no longer here. We're not looking back at 2010. We're looking forward. And we're not going to talk about 2010. I know, and I'm not either. And we're not going to talk about what happened. We're moving forward. That is my answer. Now, what's your next question?
I can pick up to what we are doing today. I think.
No, I don't know. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. What we're going to do today is our business. I don't think it's any of your business. Because I don't think it's any of your business. You don't work for the company. If someone in the company asks that question, we'll answer it. And I think you should get on to the next subject. We're not going to talk about Kyle Beach. We're not going to talk about anything that happened. Now we're moving on. What more do I have to say? You want to keep asking the same question? You hear the same answer? Okay, ask the next question. Okay.
That's a rough look.
We're not going to talk about Kyle Beach. We're not going to talk about 2010. We're moving on. I feel bad for the one guy on the panel there who I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, who seemed to understand the actual question that Lazarus was asking here and went to explain, this is what we're doing, today, right now about this. Mm-hmm. And Rocky Wirtz cuts him off. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's all in a different situation, obviously, but that's that kind of, power imbalance that's happening. That's an example of power imbalance, right?
It's kind of
ironic, he wants to actually. Say something. Rocky Ward shuts him down, and obviously because that's his boss, he doesn't feel like he can actually, do what's best for, as Rocky Words put it, the company, right?
Yeah, I think. I think he kind of led by example there, like where he's like, "I'll tell you what we're gonna do now," and then he was probably gonna say "fucking nothing," and then Rocky Words, no. Fuck you.
Oh,
so it's just a perfect example, really.
That's not a great answer to give when your fan base, along with the rest of the hockey world, is already so shooken up and distrusting of your organization, right? To basically just throw it off. And this is something that's been coming up, not even just in this situation, but just with a lot that's going on in the world for like the last almost like decade. I mean, more than that, but like especially just everything kind of seems to snowball lately. But if you don't pay attention to what happened in the past, you're gonna just keep doing the same thing, right? And that's scary to look at when the owner of the Chicago Blackhawks, after they pretty much shoved it under the rug for the last 10, 12 years, is looking to just continue to do that essentially. Right? Like, yes, it is 100% great that, the people responsible for this had kind of, had justice against them. That's not the right saying, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. But it's that continuation still of that feeling and almost disrespect, I feel like, throughout the Blackhawks organization. Yes, Rocky Wirtz, you got rid of most of those responsible, but you also still have a few of those people you've kept around in the locker room, in Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane as examples, right? You still have some of that, even just in hockey in general, with also, Kevin Cheveldayoff in Winnipeg, right? You still have Rocky Wirtz at the very top of it, who, says it was said that he wasn't actually notified about it, but a statement like this shows that maybe he didn't need to be notified about it, though, to have an influence in the decision. And it's a little scary. There is a great reply to this clip and to Lazarus's tweet, though, that says, "This is such a softball question. All you were asking for," like directed to Mark Lazarus, "all you were asking for was a list of good intentions. Any HR department could produce them in its sleep. And that he blew up," being Rocky Wirtz, "blew up means he sees the scandal in terms of how it affects him personally and not how it affects the real victims. And that strongly implies the culture that allowed Beach to be victimized did in fact originate with Rocky, not in spite of him." Kind of what I was saying, but that was just worded beautifully. I wanted to throw that out there. At K Cray Bold, on Twitter. This is not just, it adds to another not good look for the Chicago Blackhawks in the last 2 years.
Yeah. I think the thing that
you want to talk about the Arizona Coyotes being a pile of shit, though, but that's that's a completely different type of this.
Yeah.
There's you are just screwing over your organization, and then you are screwing over your organization from a cultural level that nobody's gonna want to be a part of it. That people are trying to, in this case, almost trying to help you improve, right wrongs and things like that, and you're getting rid of it.
Like you said, that question was a fucking layup. Like
it was. It was really simple to answer. What are you doing for the future to help that this situation doesn't happen again?
Yeah,
we're not talking about that. That's not an answer you should be giving. Whether you are an owner, whether you are a GM, whether you're a player, whether you're an executive of any kind, that is not a good answer to give. It doesn't matter how you word that answer. It's not a good answer.
Yeah. At worst, the answer that he should have given would just be the same kind of empty promise words that they've had before.
Rocky Wirtz shouldn't have said a word. The guy who should have said a word is, whoever was about to say something there.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like they actually had an idea of what the fuck is going on in their organization. And apparently Rocky Wirtz doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Or he just doesn't care.
Probably that one. Yeah. The part that really rubbed me the wrong way was like, if you're not part of the organization, you don't get, like, it's none of your business. I was like, I
when
think
this is worldwide news,
business.
it's everybody's business. When it's about sexual assault, it is everybody's business. When you have people who are looking for jobs and are potentially looking at your organization, but know the history that you have, it is everybody's business. Yeah. Get off your fucking pedestal, Rocky Wirtz. You have a lot of work to do still with your organization. And
I think it starts with him, honestly.
Yeah, and I know I'm a, in terms of the money game, I'm a kid with crippling student debt saying this to a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever he is. Shut the fuck up and let somebody else handle this situation at this point. The people that you're paying to do a good job. Mm-hmm. And stomp out those that don't. So yeah, that's what I have to say about this. Sorry, I saw it.
No, that's good.
I did put in the outline a bit of a warning that this was going to be a rant on my part. This was just sickening to listen to for myself. And I felt just something needed to be said. We both know that I'm outspoken. Yeah, occasionally it does get me in trouble, but I'm not the only one who feels like this, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
And this is not something that should also be swept under the rug, right? So, and luckily this has, from the little bit of time that this has been around already, this has been going around the internet, which is great to see, right?
Yeah, the people are still talking about it. It's not
exactly.
like, oh, that's
this isn't something we should just, as Rocky wants, stop talking about. This isn't something that should be not talked about anymore.
Yeah.
Just because it's settled in the courts, that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of work to do with the culture of hockey as a whole, right? Whether it's with sexual violence, whether it's with racism, sexism in the game of hockey. I'm wearing my HDA shirt today, right? And I don't know if you're someone who, maybe aligns with some of those views, right? You don't think women should be in hockey. I've seen a lot of that lately. Or people of color should be in hockey. Or you think that, guys like Kyle Beach, or I saw things of, he was just a wuss. Why didn't he just go do something about it or whatever? I think you really need to take a hard look in the mirror. So that's what I have to say.
No, I don't have
I know
anything to add.
I know I leave you to a hard part now of steering us out of this. Like I said, a hard right turn, but
no, that's okay. Yeah.
I feel like this was something that needed to be talked about a little bit. So.
Yeah. I think, there is a little bit of, we're seeing a little bit of culture change, not, by any.
It is slowly happening.
It's not. Yeah, it's slowly happening. It's not where it needs to be, for sure.
Thank you to those who are taking the charge on that as well, right?
Yeah.
And even if you're not in the charge of it, but you're still helping support and doing your part, it helps. It definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things that we see is going on to try and help that now is, and I mean, we've seen it in years past as well, the emergence of women, or not the emergence, but like inviting women hockey players to the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So they announced 4 what they call celebrity guests for the All-Star game. One of which, Trevor Zegras. We already knew that. I love that he's considered a celebrity for this. I think that's hilarious, honestly. It's like, oh no, he's not like an NHL player or anything. He's just a celebrity at this point.
Yeah. Or it's like or special guest, maybe not celebrity guest. That's my
guest.
own.
I think that's the word they used. Yeah, special guest. Yeah. But also, I'm surprised they didn't, have any other NHL players be considered special guests.
It sounds like they did try to bring Zdeno Chara back, and he declined. So
okay.
Yeah,
makes sense.
So they did try for somebody else, which obviously Chara would have been for hardest shot, right? So
yeah. So yeah, there's him. There's Wyatt Russell, who plays Anders Kane in Goon 2, and also John Walker in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Wyatt Russell, I believe he played in the ECHL. Is that the highest level he played?
Let me double check that.
Or no,
yeah,
no, he played in the Swedish league, didn't he? Fuck, I don't remember. I looked it up and now it's gone.
I love how it goes for Wyatt Russell, his Wikipedia, his IMDb, and then his elite prospects.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. He was playing played some in Germany and some in the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
Is what it looks like here. So, but he was playing BCHL, USHL for a season, played some NCAA for the University of Alabama, Huntsville. Doesn't look like he actually played for them, though. It was just on the rosters. But yeah, so Wyatt Russell will be as a goaltender in this because that was his position that he played. So,
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That we'll get to see him. And then the other two, this was kind of what I used to transition us into this topic. The other two are women. So Manon Rayom, probably said that wrong. I apologize.
I think you got the last name right. I think it's Manon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manon I guess it's French, is it not?
Yeah. Quebec.
Yeah. Manon Rayom. Yeah. Either way, it's sorry if we butchered it, but
we are not French, obviously.
No. She was the first woman to play in an NHL game. She played an exhibition game with Tampa in, was it? Oh, you have it here. 92?
Yeah, 1992.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. She's a goalie, is she not?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So two of the guests are goaltenders. Two of them are forwards.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then the other woman is another French name. Jocelyn Lamoureux Davidson.
Yeah.
Again, sorry if I butchered
There you go.
it.
I think you got that one actually exactly. So
okay, cool. 3-time Olympic medalist for Team USA. Still playing, is she not?
It said that she was retired actually, which I was a little surprised at seeing.
Oh, okay.
She's only 32.
Oh. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Where I don't even know where she played. Because I'm not quite up to date on as up to date on women's hockey as I should be.
She played with the University of Minnesota and the University of North Dakota before being part of Team USA.
Okay.
And
sorry, just a sec.
Yeah.
Is there another Jocelyn Larocque? Because the one I looked up is from Canada.
I
guess it's no,
Jocelyn
not Larocque.
Yeah, wait.
No, my bad. I just can't fucking spell apparently. There we go. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, so
that's embarrassing.
3-time Olympic medalist, silver in 2010 and 2014, as well as scoring the game-winning shootout goal against Canada in the 2018 Olympics. So she is the reason for Canada losing their streak, unfortunately. Time to get some payback, Canada. Let's go. Yeah. Remember, if you've listened to the show before, you know we're Canadians. Come on. But also has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold medals and 1 silver at the World Championships.
That's a pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal. The only silver coming in 2012, but otherwise 2009, 2011, 2013, 2015, and 2016, and 2017, all gold medals with Team USA.
Yeah. No, I think this is an awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. I think this is an awesome way of including the women in the All-Star competition. Because I guess not last year. I guess it was 2 years ago. I remember they did like kind of a pickup game between Team Canada and Team USA, sort of like a 3-on-3.
It was a 3-on-3, and I loved watching that. That was great.
See, it's not that I don't like watching women's hockey, but when I am watching the All-Star game, or like the All-Star skills competition, sorry, I don't want to see a game. I want to see a competition. So like I wasn't a huge fan of it. No, sorry. Like
I know what you mean. I'm busting your balls.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's not that I wasn't excited to see the women there, but like, and I think they competed in some events that year as well, did they not?
Was it that year or
I thought they had like one of the.
the year before was Hillary Knight. She did the fastest skater.
Okay,
Captain
gotcha.
for Team USA.
Yeah. Was that the same year they had, or maybe it was the year they had the game, but they had the women like demonstrate some of the like activities.
That might have been that 2018 year. Yeah.
Yeah, where like some of like the weird passing ones where like you have to you pass into like these tiny nets and it shows the women doing it. I thought that was cool because it's like they kind of get to do the event as well, but it's more like this is how it works. But then you also get to see them, and then it's kind of like a benchmark for the men to hit as well. So
yeah, exactly.
So I thought that was cool.
And like the women as demonstrators beating a fair amount of the guys.
Oh yeah,
pretty good too.
Yeah.
So, and you know, if you're following along that kind of sexist route, you're going like, oh, that doesn't make them look good. And if you're, you know, rooting for the women to, you know, just in general, right? You're like, that's great. It just shows how skilled they are.
Yeah. Some of the women are like more skilled than some of the NHLers that are there. Some of the top NHLers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I would definitely, if they're going to have them at the skills competition, I want them competing in like skills competition events.
That's
not doing like just a game. It's like, oh, we're going to give our NHL players a break. Like watch the Timbits play or watch the women play. Like I don't like seeing them on that level. You know, that's kind of like what I likened it to a couple years ago. Like my understanding is they're going to be doing some of these events along with Zegras and Wyatt Russell. So
yeah.
Oh, is this just for the breakaway challenge? Sorry, I did not read it.
Yeah, this is just for the breakaway challenge. So.
Okay. Perfect.
As far as I'm aware of. So
yeah, I thought they were going to be in some other ones as well. Like Rayo might be in like well, I guess she would be in the breakaway challenge as a goalie, but like in the save competition or something, or like
that would be great to see. I'd actually love that.
Are they doing where the goalie shoots from the other end of the ice?
I don't think
doing that
so.
One? Oh, okay.
Just purely because Mike Smith's not there.
Yeah.
or Pecorine.
Yeah, right.
One's retired, the other one should retire.
But yeah, either way, it's going to be exciting to have them there. I think if they want to do a game, like an all-star game, they just have oh geez, excuse me. They should do it like on all-star game day.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So just my only gripe with it 2 years ago was that it was like it just didn't make sense to have it in the skills competition. Yeah. So like if you want to have them in a game, put it give them their own tournament. So it's like men's game, women's game, men's game, women's game, men's game, women's game, or whatever the fuck.
Okay, I like that idea. Yeah.
Or
but I guess we only have 2 teams for the women. Yeah, Canada and the States.
Yeah, they could do like a Team North America type thing too, or whatever it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So,
or even better, you can do like Western Conference, Eastern Conference for the NHL, and then like women's team, and then like a Team North America, or like Team Canada, Team USA for the women, like whatever it might be. But I don't know. I would love to see them incorporated in the game as well, because no one gives a fuck about the game anyways. Like. Player wise, like
it's for fun.
Kind of just go out there. Like some guys take it a little seriously, and like the goalies are obviously still trying, but to some extent. But I would just like
at the end of it all, there's still
$10,000
up for grabs, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, now I was the opposite with that women's game in that was 2020. Yeah. I was the opposite of that because that skills competition was like the least fun I've watched, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Except for that game. I loved watching that game. That was so much fun. And I wish it could have gone longer, honestly. But we had to
what did they do, like 20 minutes?
I think it was 2 20-minute halves. If I'm not mistaken. No, 20 players invited to take part in a 20-minute contest. Yeah.
Okay. So 2 10-minute halves, I think, is how they did it.
Yeah, that's what it was. But that was a hell of a lot more enjoyable than, all right, we're going to wait around for a while we set up some arches, and players are going to go up to the stands and hit like 3 of them total.
Yeah, right. That was a fucking flop right there.
A little bit.
Yeah,
but hopefully they've improved on that idea. I think a little bit this year with
hold
the
thought. Hold the thought. We're jumping ahead. No.
Okay. Fuck.
Spoilers.
I'm just actually excited about All-Star Weekend for once. All right.
Me too. But do you have anything else to say about the celebrity editions or special guest editions?
Not about them specifically, but to call back something that we talked about in a previous episode. You were talking about when we were talking about like the breakaway challenge as a whole, right? And you were talking about how one of your favorites was somebody had pulled out a mini stick.
Yeah,
I had a memory pop up on my phone from Facebook or Snapchat, whatever it was, and I was correct. It was Corey Perry doing that with the mini stick because I had a clip of it, and that popped up as one of the memories.
Oh, nice.
So, proud of myself for remembering that. I can remember that, but I can't remember to take out the meat or something. Like, oh shit! No, I'm kidding.
You had me, not gonna lie.
You're like scrambled out. No, she's already home. I'd be dead.
Yeah, it's too late now.
It's too late now. See you on the other side. Oh.
Well, speaking of seeing you on the other side, I think now's a good time to take a quick break. And on the other side of that, we will see you on the other side or something.
Hello, my name is Richard Blosser, host of the Grit and Bear It podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network, covering the Hershey Bears, the 11-time Calder Cup champions of the American Hockey League, and the 2018 Stanley Cup champion Washington Capitals. Each Tuesday, I recap Bears games, give you Bears news, notes, and nuggets, and all of the hockey news that matters to me, whether it's the American Hockey League, the NHL, or banter about hockey jerseys. This hack brings you high energy. They score! Connor McMichael has ended the game! Unfiltered. Look, Herco's really going to have to work hard to bring back the fan base from this pandemic because you can't just rely on vaccinations. You have a fan base that is old, stubborn, and very reluctant to change. Not to mention you got to work on bringing back families and then whatever fan base you can try and get back from other parts of the state. You just can't rely on people coming out from 81 and 78. You got to work on a fan base that's very, very hesitant to change. And at times, unfocused. Look, Ovechkin is basically the guy who comes into the bar, kicks open the door, and says, "Who ordered a White Russian, huh?" Well, we all know Sidney Crosby is the guy who enters in from the side door, red carpet, VIP, Armani suits, and alligator shoes. That's just the type of guys they are. So join me every Tuesday here on the Hockey Podcast Network for the Grit and Bear It podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Grit and Barrett P1. That's Grit, Grit, and BEAR it P1 on Twitter. Available wherever you get all your podcasts, part of the Hockey Podcast Network.
Also,
sorry.
Oh, no,
oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, sorry. You go ahead.
I feel like yours is actually related to the ad, though, and mine is
It's not.
Okay, so I just because I was curious, I turned on the Flames in Arizona thing just on my other monitor here, and I gotta say I'm disappointed in the Coyotes once again because they're not wearing their Kachina home jerseys tonight. They're wearing like their previous home jersey. The Kachina versus the Flames away jersey would be a great matchup to look at, but instead we got to look at the other Coyotes jerseys. So
is there
just want to throw that out there
because the Kachinas are like technically their home this year, right?
Yeah, because they have a white version on that now. Yeah.
So is their old home version now their alternate?
Yes.
That's fucky.
Yeah, it's what Calgary did like 2 seasons ago.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Where they saw that Black Sea one as the alternate for a season.
Oh yeah.
So just kind of phasing it out, but if they could, it would have been great to have the Arizona reverse retro be their third.
Oh fuck!
That was great. That's one thing that Arizona can do right is jerseys, and they decided to go with this again this year.
Yeah, I mean, what's the minimum you have to wear an alternate jersey? Like 4 games?
I don't remember offhand, actually.
Yeah, I know it's something small like that, but
yeah, 4 or 6 maybe. Yeah,
Could be. Anyways, doesn't matter. I was just going to apologize for yelling at you before the break, when you were going to, transition us so nicely into something that I wasn't ready to talk about yet. But so I just hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
No, you didn't. Again, you're you steer us.
Okay.
I'm just,
Yeah. I just hate when I'm steering the ship and someone else grabs the wheel, It's
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me to let go of your stick shift. It's all good.
Well, I don't know if I'd ever say that. Keeping with really the rest of this episode is All-Star Game themed. So sticking with the All-Star Game theme, Ovechkin is currently out with COVID and will miss the All-Star Game. Are you surprised? Well, first of all, sorry. Tom Wilson's going to be replacing Ovi as the Capitals rep. Okay.
That's the worst part of this story. Fuck that.
Is
Tom Wilson, get out of here.
Is Kuznetsov or Backstrom already there? I thought Kuznetsov made the team.
I don't remember. Let me double check here.
Yeah. Because, out of all the players you could pick, are you sure you want to pick Tom Wilson?
Washington fans are going to come at us here.
Yeah. Well, fuck. If any Washington fans are listening to us, they
thank you for listening. Kuznetsov is going already.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, makes more sense. But Tom Wilson, come on. It was one of the Knicks from the Tip of the Iceberg podcast had tweeted out that news, and he's like, "Man, Crosby really doesn't want to go to the All-Star game this year, does he?"
Did they have Tom Wilson come before Sidney?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Because you had Jari in front of Crosby, and then you had Gensel in the last man in front of Crosby. They got Tom Wilson going in instead of Crosby, which it's different teams, but at this point, you still have a representative from Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I mean, Ovechkin skipped the All-Star game pretty much
multiple
every
times.
year I can remember.
Yeah, exactly. And that was honestly my first thought when I saw this headline pop up on my phone of Ovi's out with COVID. I'm like, but is he really? Or is that just the story we're going with so the NHL doesn't suspend the game?
Did he just take one of Keith Yandel's old tests or
Exactly. I mean, that's going to suck not having him there because it looked like he actually was going to go, which would have been great. Because, again, he's got his cup, right? He can just have fun now. He has great memories of Las Vegas. So,
yeah.
This is probably one that, in all honesty, this is probably one that he was like, yeah, I want to go. And then he gets COVID. Fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah, I honestly don't think that this is fake. I think he actually did get COVID and is probably upset about it.
Oh, yeah, I do too. It was more a joke of is this actually what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah. Because, if the point was that, let's say he tested positive for COVID so he doesn't have to miss or have a 1-game suspension and miss that game. He missed the game tonight against Edmonton because he tested positive. So he still misses a game.
Either way, yeah.
So does it really?
The NHL's going to suspend him another one. We know you were up to some shit.
Yeah. So
just in case, we're going to suspend you anyway because we're scheduled to suspend you for the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm. It's we didn't even book you a plane ticket. Well, I guess they play at home after. I looked after the break, but it's we actually already called up this guy and told him that he could use your locker, and it was
exactly.
We can't change it now. He's got family coming. And
oh man!
But if it wasn't for the fact that he missed this game tonight, I would say, you know what? It's probably to circumvent the 1-game suspension.
Tom Wilson is going to the All-Star game. His first time. Luckily his first. And hopefully his only. He's a skilled guy, but he just still rubs me the wrong way. I'm not a fan of him.
How many players do you think we would have to, have test positive for COVID to see Ryan Reeves also go to the All-Star game?
That's the same division. Why not throw Ryan Reeves into the All-Star game? Oh, yeah, that's right. The NHL doesn't really like fun.
Yeah.
Take a look at John Scott the last time that happened. The NHL literally tried to banish him so that he couldn't play in the game, and everybody else went, "No, fuck you."
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I guess Wilson or
Ryan
Reeves
would have been a great presence at the All-Star game.
Oh, he would
Obviously,
be. Yeah,
he's not going to be playing. I want him there though. Have you seen the stuff he's been doing with New York? It's been hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
There's at one point he's got the microphone while doing a drill, like he's holding the microphone instead of a stick. And he's like still playing defense, but he's like, I gotta ask you this question. Hey, get back here. I gotta ask you this. Like, he is entertainment. The NHL is supposed to be entertainment. Bring the entertaining guys, not the guys who are trying to throw you through the glass.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
I have an idea, though. I don't know if it's too late to add an event, because initially I was thinking Reeves and Wilson should just fight at the All-Star game. But if they're on the same team, like, maybe not. So here's what I'm thinking.
No, that makes it even better.
I mean, it does, but here's my thought.
Everybody's heard of locker room
now that Tom
fights,
Wilson
nobody's
is
seen an actual on ice, like, same team fight.
Yeah,
be great.
So this is my idea. I know that it's a little bit unfair because he's technically on the team Metro, but fuck it, doesn't matter. The All-Star skills competition and stuff is a joke, anyways.
All right,
it doesn't really matter. It's just for fun, right? That's what it's for. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
So
it's for fans and sponsors. Yeah.
So here's what I'm saying. Tom Wilson cage match event.
Yes.
It's just like the breakaway challenge. Everybody participates. It's not like this bullshit, you send one in and that's it. Tom Wilson in the middle, and then you just have guys go. What's on my wall? What the fuck? Oh no, it's something on my screen. I was sitting and I was like, what the fuck? Is there something on my wall? And I turned around, it wasn't there, but it was some shit on my screen. Okay. Totally aside. So Tom Wilson in the middle, and then it's just, you just send guys in. See who can win in a fight against Tom Wilson.
Like King of the Hill?
Yeah, except, if Tom Wilson loses, he just faces the next person.
I was going to say, better yet, cage match Tom Wilson and bring in another hated guy in Jake Paul. It's Las Vegas. Let's have some fun. Either way, people are going to be happy because one of them is going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, exactly, I guess. I don't know. I just want to see Tom Wilson take on like as many players as he possibly can.
Yeah, that would be great.
Like,
it's like that question
Tom Wilson,
of how
Tom
many,
Wilson versus Troy Terry.
Do you think you could take out at once?
Yeah. Wilson versus Terry, Wilson versus Gibson, Wilson versus McDavid.
Oh, he's losing to Gibson.
Oh yeah, exactly.
He's already losing. He's already lost to Gibson.
Who else do we have?
It doesn't actually happen in real life, but just mentally, he's already lost to John Gibson.
Yeah, I'm not even fighting John Gibson. I've already lost to him. Wilson against Victor Hedman. Wilson against Kirill Kaprizov. Wilson against Cale Makar. Wilson against who else we got here? Mark Stone. Yeah, why not?
Mark Stone would kick his ass too, I feel like.
Oh, probably. Wilson against Matthews. Like, it would be awesome.
Against Brady Tkachuk.
Oh, now see, that's one. That's one that I would bet on. I don't know who I would bet on, but that'd be a good one.
Versus Cam Talbot, known goalie fighter.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an 0-1 record, so like he's probably looking to improve that to 1-1, maybe against Tom Wilson.
Nazem Kadri. He'll fill the net and then
fill your face.
Yeah.
His fists.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I think it's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Prove me wrong, somebody.
Exactly.
Nobody? Didn't think.
Thatcher Demko. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Anything?
No, wait. I got it. Technically, they're the same team, but Tom Wilson versus the coach of the Metropolitan team, Rod Brindamore.
Oh, now we're talking.
Dude, Brindamore is still like he could go.
Oh, he's ripped.
Still. He is still there, 100%.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love to see him participate in an event. Yeah, that'd be good shit. Okay, let's actually talk.
I'm psyched for something that's never gonna happen. Fuck.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Let's actually talk about the All-Star Skills competition just as a whole and the game. So you had something earlier that you wanted to say about that garbage event that they had 2 years ago where they shot the pucks from the stands. They're kind of in a way revamping it this year. They're putting like platforms in the Bellagio fountain and still shooting pucks from platforms into nets. So
I think it's just onto other platforms. Is what it is. I'm not 100% sure. Like I'm kind of I have the idea of it, but I'm kind of leaving it to see on Friday.
Yeah. The picture I saw of it was like they had other platforms on there, but then on like the ends they had 2 like actual hockey nets on platforms. So I think it might be something like that, but I'm not totally sure how it works either.
But yeah, with the spectacle of the Bellagio fountain behind as well, like kind of spraying them and stuff like that too. It's gonna be fun to watch, right?
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
So, and
it makes it unique for Vegas as well. You can't do that anywhere else.
And I feel like in every aspect, that's gonna be a hell of a lot more appeasing than what they did in St. Louis with the arches.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was bad. So, and the other one that they're doing as well is they're closing down the strip for I was listening to the interview today on 32 Thoughts with one of the event coordinators, I believe it is, for the NHL. He's talking about how they're going to close the strip and they bring out this massive truck that has like an oversized deck of cards attached to it, basically. And I think it's head to head. The like 2 players will go back and forth, and they're playing blackjack, but they have to shoot the card that they want. Like hit the card with the puck. Yeah. And I think that's great.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. Again, it's like Vegas themed, so it'll be interesting, but I'm not quite sure how I feel about that one. It feels a little bit, I don't know. Gimmicky's not the right word, but like
Evander Kane's punching the air right now that he couldn't be a part of it.
Yeah, right. He's like, I would be sick at this.
So,
man.
Quick story, I guess, for everybody, and then we can probably wrap up here. The upcoming games of the All-Star game, the skills competition on Friday. All-Star game is on Saturday. I did not get the time of those, but
they're all day.
Yeah, the internet's a thing. You can take a look at it. But blackjack story. So I remember going home. I don't even remember like what holiday it was or anything like that, but we were back home from school for a little bit there. And I get a message from you and a buddy of like, hey, we're at the casino right now. It's like 10:30 at night. You want to come down, join us? And I'm like, yeah, I got nothing else to do. Sure, might as well. So I take a couple bucks. I think it's just like I don't if I go to the casino, which isn't very often, I normally just take like $40, right? Don't play too much, but you can still kind of do something. And you guys are sitting at the blackjack table. And I was like, okay, I kind of remember the premise of it, but I don't want to be losing money remembering how to play a game. So I was like, I'm just going to go play slots for a little bit and I'll meet up with you guys here. And I think I came back like 5 or 10 minutes later and I'm up $250. And I'm like, I'm cashing out. You guys want a drink? I just remember that. So I've been very fortunate that I think I've actually come out a winner more times than I've come out a loser. Like I've maybe actually played at a casino like less than 10 times. But I've been pretty fortunate in that respect, I think. So
yeah. And good on you for not making it a habit. And just having a healthy relationship with gambling.
Exactly.
It's very good. I haven't been to a casino in a long time. I think I've been like since that time, but it's maybe been once since that time that you just.
The last time I went to a casino was purely to eat food.
Yeah, they always got
casino food, man. For some reason, is always fucking good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it's how they get you there. At least it's
exactly.
Like, well, we could go for dinner at the casino. It's like, oh well, we're in the casino. Let's like
play a couple
spend
games.
$20
exactly.
and
Yep.
That's
next thing you know, you're selling your kidney to pay your mortgage.
I guess, yeah.
But speaking of gambling, just gonna throw in another plug there for DraftKings. Be sure to use promo code THPN. Super Bowl is coming up. 56-1 odds. It's pretty damn good. So
yeah, might as well, right?
And I don't remember actually if California is allowed for the betting. But otherwise, if they aren't, there's daily fantasy options. There's a $1 million top prize up for grabs. I don't know about you, but $1 million sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not gonna be mad about that. So
no, I don't know.
Yeah. Just a quick thing here for the All-Star game, since it'll happen before our next episode here. Who do you think takes it? Which division?
Oh, that's a good question, actually, because it's always kind of a toss-up. But I'm just taking a quick breeze over the divisions here. I feel like
I know they're changing a lot. So.
Oh, okay. Can I pick 2 of the 4 teams? I know that's.
Sure, whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. Okay, we can pick one from each conference. How about that? I'm gonna go with the Atlantic or the Central.
Okay, so you think Atlantic and Central meet in the third game? And you don't know who takes that?
Don't know who takes it. No.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think if I'm picking 2, I'm going with the Atlantic, because Vasilevsky mostly, and the Pacific. The Pacific always seems to do pretty well. And out of that, I honestly like the Pacific's chances. Like
Leon Draisaitl, Jordan Eberle, Johnny Gaudreau, Adrian Kempe, Jonathan Marchessault, Connor McDavid, Timo Meier, Mark Stone, Troy Terry, Alex Pietrangelo, John Gibson, Thatcher Demko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know we only have one defenseman, but I think your best defense is a guy named John
God,
Gibson.
we do. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I thought we had 2, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess not, because nobody's a replacement.
No.
In the Pacific, yeah. All right, then we are just going for it.
Yeah. No, the best defense is a good offense. The second best defense is a guy named John Gibson. Third best defense is Thatcher Demko. Fourth best defense, I guess, is Pietrangelo, who's an offensive defenseman. So whatever.
Okay, you know what line I really want to see, though?
What? McDavid, Terry, Draisaitl?
No, you got 2 of the 3 right.
Okay.
McDavid, Terry, Gaudreau.
I mean,
that's
honestly,
a lot of passing. That's
Yeah.
guys who can put it in the net.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun line.
That would be
Or
good.
even McDavid.
McDavid, Draisaitl, Eberle. Get the band back together.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, if you want to go with the McDavid Draisaitl thing, though, throw in Mark Stone.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Mark Stone plays very similar to Draisaitl in like that power forward role. I'd like to see Timo Meier there. Yeah. Just a guy that loves to shoot the puck.
There you go. Actually, yeah.
But also Troy Terry does too, right? So
you got to keep all the Vegas guys together, actually. Mark Stone, Jonathan Marchessault, and Alex Pietrangelo.
Yeah, so you do that, and then you have Terry, McDavid, Draisaitl, and then at that point, I don't think it really even fucking matters. Well, you can do Eberle, Gaudreau, and yeah, no, it really doesn't matter.
All I'm saying, sorry, Kings fans, is I don't want to see Adrian Kempe step foot on the ice. All right. I feel like that's a good place to wrap it up before I say something else.
Yeah,
that gets me in trouble.
Before we get canceled. Yeah, that's a good call, I would say. All right. Nate, where can they find you? I don't have anything fun to say there.
You can tell me why Adrian Kempe is going to do absolutely amazing at the All-Star game on Twitter at Tatenamas, TateNhomas.
As well at Quack Report Pod on Twitter,
Quack
Instagram,
Report
YouTube, anything. At Carter_Potts, POTTS_97 is my personal handle there. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys after the All-Star game. Have a good weekend.
Woo!